Hey, what's up, everybody? Thomas Yunis here. And in this video, I'm going to go over a few things that I've noticed recently in the AI agency world. And it's a lot of people are trying to learn N8N, thinking that it's like they want to start like an automation agency based off of N8N. And the first thing I want to tell you is like fucking don't. Like that is an absolutely terrible idea. You see all these videos on YouTube where people are talking about they sold an N8N workflow for $3,000, $1,500, whatever the number is. And yeah, like at face value, those numbers sound good, and it's not bad money. Like that's not a terrible thing, but like that's not a terrible thing if you have other work, right? And I'm going to explain why. Because let's just use $3,000 for example. So if you want to work for yourself, you need to make at least like 100 grand a year, 80,000 minimum, right? Because you got to pay your own taxes, you got to pay your own health insurance, you got to pay for like freaking everything. And like you can go get a job in any major city now making 80 grand a year, like doing anything in sales or tech, right? So if you're already trying to be in sales and tech, if you're owning an AI agency, you can go find a job doing something making 80 grand a year with health benefits with like a company that's making money, and you'll have a way lower stress life. But hypothetically, you still want to be in the AI agency game and start your own thing. Let's just use $3,000 for an example, which is like a high cost workflow, because N8N, like the moment you're doing something that costs $3,000 in N8N, you should probably just code it, right? Because anything that gets complex should be written in code, not used to glue together with N8N. That's a glue together application to like prototype things fast, deploy things fast, and then if it works or you need to scale it, you like rebuild it in a real way. But anyways, let's just like open up the calculator. So if you want to make 100 grand a year selling N8N workflows for $3,000 a pop, like you think you can, let's see what that is. 100,000 divided by 3,000 is 33. So like every 10 days, you need to sell a new workflow, install it, either manage it or train the user on it, and then offload that client and then go find a new client like every 10 days. Like that's your life now. Is you want to make 100 G's a year selling these workflows, you got to have 33 clients throughout the year, which is a nightmare. Like you do not want to have that many clients ever, like at all, ever. You want like 4 and they all pay you a hefty fee, and you're making good money. Like that's the model. And to show you how to do that is like, we'll just go to Indeed.com, right? Like you just look up AI developer because you're competing in that space at this point. So here's jobs like you can be a product developer. It's an AI trainer, which means you're probably just sitting there like asking it questions, and you'll get $40 an hour, right? So like $60 an hour doing this, like that's around 100 grand a year, right? Python, like that's Python AI, Gen AI, like that is what you're competing against with N8N. Like you're supplementing Python pretty much. Here's $50 an hour, 150 grand a year, 150 grand a year, 124 a year. Like these are the real salaries you should be getting for doing AI and automation, right? So if you want to have an agency, what you do is you go to Indeed and you go to this company like Constellation Inc. You call them and say, hey, we'll do that job for $80,000, right? And then you have a developer on your team, or you're a developer yourself, and you get that 80K because they get to not have employee overhead. They don't have to pay health insurance. They don't have to do any of that. You set up the benchmarks and the timeline that you're going to have. You sell 3, 6, 12-month contracts, right? So you go in there and you say, hey, give me, $6 grand a month, and I will, be a fractional employee for you. And it's a contractor game, so you're doing it like that model because it's the agency world. And then you get 4 of those. You have a developer on your team, or you're the developer, and then you take 2. But if you're the developer, you can have 2 clients at like $6 a pop, then you're making, or 6 grand a piece, then you're making 12 grand a month. But if you have a developer or 2 on your team, you can have 2 developers, yes, for like 8,000 a month. You keep 2 off the top, you give them each 6 off the client. Now you're making 8 grand a month on your own, just managing the deals, keeping morale high, managing your team, hitting benchmarks, answering the phone for 4 clients, 3, 6, 12 months at a time. Now you have a stable life. Now you can sell a workflow from N8N for $3,000 and $1,500 on the side, and it's good extra cash. But you want stable, predictable cash coming into your business. Like that is the move. And if you don't, like go get a job. Like you don't want to sell 33 workflows and answer all those customer client like phone calls. Like you're gonna have enough like miserable time prospecting to find your four, right? Like this is a contact sport. To succeed in this game, you have to make like hundreds of phone calls, hundreds of emails, following up, building a pipeline, closing those deals. Doing that over and over again for $1,500 to $3,000 workflows is just like it's unimaginably a bad idea. Like you don't want to do that. So the goal would be go find 4 companies that are hiring, offer them a discount at their current rate. Say you're going to help them hit all their benchmarks anyways, and you find a developer to hit that. And then you have your freedom of business, your solid pay, your developer on your team, and everything like that. It's a way better model, right? You have to get comfortable asking for a ton of money. And I mean, if you're trying to compete in this space, like you should be thinking, I deserve $213,000, right? Like you don't need 3 clients to make $213,000 in the AI space, right? You need 1 client, and that's a job. You need a job, and you'll make 200 grand, right? So like getting 4 clients should pay you well over 100 grand in this space. Like that is how you need to be looking at this business. It's not selling $1,500 workflows to the local mom and pop shop 33 times a year while training them on N8N. Like that is not the move. Anyways, that's all for today. I wish you the best on your journey to start an agency.